This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
And that is what we will do, attack and dominate on this Tuesday. It's Tito, it's Bobby Carpenter, it's Bodie Wells. Thank you so much for tuning in today with us. Good morning, General. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Busy day yesterday, but feeling good.
Yeah.
Back on the recovery train.
There we go. We have a big show lined up for you today. Nothing beats some time with Schlegs. We'll talk to him about 7 o'clock, and we'll have him on. Lots of NFL and college football stuff to talk about, as it is game week. Very important there. Last night, the Reds lost to the Dodgers 7-0. They'll play at 10-10 tonight. Guardians fall to Tampa Bay 9-0. They're played at 6:49. The Ohio baseball teams did not score a single run last night. So
Cleveland ain't scored in a few games.
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute for them. It's
Yeah.
been a hot minute for them. We should probably check in with Shark, make sure he's okay. Is he in Italy yet, Bob? Do we know? Has he gone or is he?
It's a great question. That's a great question. I don't know. I know he was doing something. I don't know if it's September or end of August or whenever.
We will hear from Ryan Day at some point here in the show, probably the next segment. Talking, he was on Buckeye Roundtable. We'll have some quotes from him, comments from him on this week, what's going on there. We'll do our quick hitters. Also, by the way, today, if you make sure you tune in, stick around because we'll be giving away a $50 Roosters gift card at some point in the show later on. That's what he said. We do that every single week. But let's start off the day like we always like to start off the day with some knowledge from the General.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, General, take it away.
Oh boy, we have got ourselves a wonderful August. I almost said October. August 26th. We're cruising. It feels like October outside. That's why.
It's good.
It's crisp. I don't mind it as long as it gets hot during the day. I'm good with that. It is August 26th, the 238th day of the year. Buck 27 remaining in this 2025 as we continue to plow through these days. Not a whole lot left, Bodie. We get September, man, and it's wake me up when September ends.
Yeah.
This date's 1791. John Fitch is granted the patent for many components for the steamboat.
Ooh.
The steamboat's cruising up and down the rivers and lakes, Great Lakes here in the lovely United States. This date, 1920, the 19th Amendment, which was voted and passed a couple days back, was finally certified, giving women the right to vote in the United States. 1967, one of the bangers by Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze, is released.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Purple haze all around. Don't know.
Damn, he was good
He was very good.
for a short time.
Well, I mean, he wasn't around for a long time.
Yes.
There's a line that one of my buddies like to say. He used it a lot when we were on senior trip. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
There we go.
So, try to figure that out.
Remember Joe Walsh talking about like all the guitar legends he used to look up to and thought they were great. And
Go to hotels, tear out the walls.
and so he
How
said
does
that
accountants pay for it all?
he said I looked up to all these guys. Then I realized, hey, they're all dead. I probably shouldn't live this lifestyle. I should probably make some
No
changes.
way,
That way,
dude.
stop doing drugs. The way he got clean is because he's like, you know what? All these guys I
What?
loved, they're dead.
Really?
That's what he said. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, he's sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, dude. You got to go hard. Pick an idol, chase it down. You got to ride that skeleton horse to the gates of hell.
That's all.
All right. 1 year later, one of the Beatles. Probably this one.
Here we go.
Top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10, not top
All right,
5.
all
Top
right.
10. 68. Hey Jude is released.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better.
Wrote about Julian Lennon.
Is that who it was?
It was because Julian Lennon, because John was going through his divorce, and with his first wife, and Julian's nickname was Jude. That's why he wrote the song "Hey Jude." Yeah,
I didn't know that. You make a sad song and make it better.
make it better. Actually, going through divorce, parents splitting up, and all that. Yeah,
Didn't realize that. Look at that. You learn something new every day.
hey, look, hey, you might be the general, but I'm a captain, and I'm enlisted. I'm an officer.
still in?
Sorry, yeah, I'm still in. Yes,
I thought you got out.
I'm
still
in
in the
with
National Guard?
I'm in with you. I'm out.
okay.
No, I'm out of the real military.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about I just drop knowledge.
Drop knowledge bombs.
That's what I do.
One of my favorites. I could listen to this whole song over and over again. The Looking Glass. One of their number one
Brandy?
hits. You're a fine girl.
Yeah.
She serves them whiskey and wine. They say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Such a fine girl. Your eyes could steal the same.
That's
Steal the Sailor from the Sea. Bodie, you know what? That's in Guardians of the Galaxy when Kurt Russell was his dad.
Yes, yep,
and
the second one.
Yeah, that's when he was talking to his mom. Mm-hmm. He's like, that's when I had to give her cancer, so I wouldn't.
Yeah.
did not-
So I could kill her and not come back,
Yeah.
not feel guilty
Is that
about it.
is the raccoon in that movie, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes. Yep, Rocket.
The rabbit.
The rabbit, yeah. A what?
That's honestly, those and Thor are some of my favorite ones
Yeah.
because they're very entertaining.
Yeah.
Like the soundtrack in that is
Oh,
unreal.
it's so good. Yeah.
So good.
Chat Hall of Famer Elizabeth said they played "Hey Jude" in marching band.
Really.
Yeah.
You know, the analogy was made last night on the Gambler and his Cowboys that Jarrah and Jimma were kind of the equivalent. I think Skip Bayless made this. I think it was him, or it was maybe Ed. I can't think of his last name.
Warder.
Ed
Ed
Warder,
Warder.
ESPN.
It was
Yeah.
either one of those guys made the analogy that they were like Paul and John.
Oh yeah, yeah. A couple of geniuses just kind
It
of
was pretty good how they could never get on page. And the last episode, Bodie, is the reconciliation of that and a lot of that stuff. And then
Yeah.
they do
Because he just went into the Ring of Honor
Yes.
just a couple years ago.
2 years ago.
Which, only 30 years. A little too late on that, probably, but better late than never, I suppose.
Well, and it's funny to listen to everybody like Troy and all those guys talk about it because he was very candid in it. I thought you're going to like the last one, the last two, because the last one is, or the second to last one is about Mike Irvin and the playmaker, if you will, making plays both on and off the
Telling
field.
dudes to get out of his barbershop chair.
Yes,
Wasn't it?
which
Right,
I
yeah.
forgot about all that while he was on 4 years of probation.
Yeah, wow.
That if he would have
Double down.
if he would have screwed up, he would have ended up back 20 years in the pen. This say 1972 as well. The games of the 20th Olympiad opened in Munich, Germany. 1978, Frankie Valli's taking Greece to number one.
This is the time, is the place, is the motion. Greece is the way we are feeling.
Little banger right there for you.
Great movie and great soundtrack for that movie. And all those people were like in their 20s and 30s playing high school kids
Of course, Olivia Newton-John's dead.
with the Queen.
She's having tea with the
R.I.P.
Queen. R.I.P. John Travolta,
Still with
still
us.
alive.
Devil.
Well, maybe. Scientologist.
Travolta's got a pretty good movie catalog.
Yeah, I mean, he had some rough ones there.
He did. No, there's some bad ones.
Pulp Fiction brought him back.
He had Pulp Fiction. He had Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
I remember that one. I
Not
watched
too
that one in
bad.
the theater. That was a decent one there.
He was
Oh,
in
the
one with
Face Off.
Denzel, I think, the train movie where he robs the train.
Oh, yeah, he's a bad
takes
guy.
a hostage. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 Pelham or something
Oh.
like that. Does that sound
I
right?
think 1, 2, 3 Pelham sounds like I know it's a
Give or
movie.
take.
Well, there's.
I know it's a movie. I don't know if that's the one. I
I think
don't.
he's in Broken Arrow too.
And then he's in what is it? Is he in Face Off?
Face Off
with Cage?
Yeah.
But Grease and Saturday Night Fever were such huge movies for both their just the cinematic quality
What
of it.
about the
Also
Urban Cowboy?
Urban. Oh God, I remember that one. I remember being a kid. So Urban Cowboy was probably 1980. So it would have been 9 maybe. And I remember the line in the movie. I saw it in the theater, which is really hard to let my parents let me watch that in the theater with them because they wanted to go. And I remember saying the line after riding that mechanical bull all night about how He's got ice on his balls.
There you go. And then this date, 1990. This is not the running back for the Ohio State Buckeyes. This is the OG, the original Bo Jackson. Hits 4 consecutive home runs, with his 4th being today. That's a pretty darn impressive feat. Some birthdays today. Mother Teresa, born in this state, 1910.
What causes the most amount of suffering in the world today?
Want of prayer, want of union. Because family that prays together stays together. And if they stay together, they will love each other as God loves each one of them. That's why prayer is very, very important for everybody. For everybody. Because we have all been created for greater things. To love and to be loved. And so we must help each other to come as close as possible to God. But through our prayer. And for that we need humility. That's why difficult also nowadays prayer because of pride, no? And Jesus said very clearly, learn of me because I am meek and humble of heart.
I have no concept.
I have never heard her speak before.
Me either. That's first I heard her speak. But Bob, like I have no idea when she was born, when she died.
She was born in 1910. I just said that.
I know. I'm saying, like, if you
She
ask
died
me
in
that-
1997.
She's still with us.
Yeah, still with the Queen now. Okay, so she died in 97.
I think she's been canonized. Is that what they call it when you become a saint?
That's what I'm asking.
Sure.
Like, is there another one? Is there somebody like the Pope that follows her? Is like a Mother Jane?
I mean,
Mother Susan?
Mary Jane, I think. Is what
Mary
she was
Jane's
talking
different. I'm
about.
saying, though, like, we gave her that title of Mother
Peter?
Teresa. Are we going to have
hanging
somebody
out
else?
with Peter Parker.
There, it could be that. I'm saying, is there another one, though, that...
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no
Okay,
idea.
she's Mother Teresa, right?
Is there a second Mother?
Yes.
So is
That's-
Mother
is it
Teresa?
like a prince?
Are you asking if it's like a status and
Yes,
not a
that's
person
what I'm asking
anymore?
now. Is there another is there another person that we
I
would
don't think
have?
that's how that works.
I don't think so either.
I think she was just
so
a
Mother's
nun.
Mother Teresa's just a
think she-
nickname.
I mean,
she
there's
was-
other
No, I
nuns.
think her name was Mother Teresa.
Okay.
They call nuns Mother.
Okay,
That
but
off-
there's nobody else though that
that is out there nunning it up quite
is,
like her.
That's amazing. Somebody else, like, is there somebody else who would?
Maybe, I don't know. That's
That I think it's a legit question, Bob.
I think that you're misunderstanding her role in this world, though.
She had a huge role because we always heard about her. And the first time I ever heard her, but we always heard about her.
I've never heard her speak before,
Yeah, that's
so
what
it
I'm
wasn't
saying.
like she was a fame hog.
No.
She was out there serving the poor and homeless, the underprivileged and less fortunate.
Right. It's like
It wasn't Mother Teresa isn't a title. Teresa's her
Like
name.
Sister Jean?
Is like mother's what they
exactly.
call
There we
for
go.
men.
She should be Mother Jean. That could be the next. That could have been the next one.
Should have been Aunt Jean, I guess.
Sister Christian.
Whatever. Yes, her time has come.
I mean,
Okay.
let's put that down for Tito's takes.
No, I'm just saying it's a Fitbit, Bobby. I don't know. I feel like there should be.
Speaking of Fitbits,
Yes, please.
turning 69 today, former head coach of Kansas and YSU alum, Mark Mangino.
You think Kansas just isn't a basketball school anymore? I'm guessing that tonight proved that.
Hey, listen, we're pretty doggone good in basketball, but we're good in football too. And those days are over just being one-dimensional. The University of Kansas wants to be good in a lot of things. Our fans want us to be good in a lot of things. And this is just another step for a great university.
Just another step for a great university.
12-1, won the Orange Bowl. Beat
Exactly.
Virginia Tech. Think about those two teams playing in a BCS game.
Gosh.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Yeah. It's amazing. Terrific stuff right there.
Kansas. Okay. Kansas football. They had a great
Hey,
win
when I
this
think
past
about
weekend.
football, I think about Kansas.
That's what you think about, yeah. Hard to believe that, Gail Sayers went there.
Akeem Talib.
Gail Sayers and
June Henley.
that's someone else too. John Riggins.
Riggins was Kansas? I didn't know that.
I'm almost positive.
I think you're right on that, yeah. Because it was just his birthday not too long ago.
Yes. Two Hall of Fame running backs.
Huh.
RBU.
That's what they call
That's
it.
what it is. RBU,
RB1.
yes.
College. Where is it saying?
If Bodie believes it's true, it's probably true, yeah.
It's Kansas. I know we just talked about it. He's from there. I mean, that's upset of the year, if you ask me. Him and Gail. Stan Van Gundy turning 66 years old.
Speaking of the little numbers next to your name, you won 80% of your games at Castleton. I want to know how much money Stan Van Gundy made as a 24-year-old head coach at Castleton.
$1,500 to coach the basketball team, and I got $7,500 to run the equipment room. I remember one time saying to my dad, who coached for 40 years, and I said, this is going to be tough to get by on this amount of money. I mean, I'm making $9,000 for the course of a year. I mean, it was 1983, but still $9,000. And my dad said, son, you have to understand, if that job paid more, you wouldn't have gotten it.
It's amazing because that reminds me of the line that Earl Bruce gave to Urban about the Bowling Green job when he's the wide receivers coach at Notre Dame. He's like, I don't think it's a very good job, coach. He's like, well, no doubt it's not a very good job. That's why they're calling you. Which, I mean, if the job paid more, you wouldn't have it. So it's a pretty remarkable line. Good job out of the Van Gundy's father on that one. Funny woman, Melissa McCartney, turning 55 today.
The tomato soup for me, please. That'll do it.
I'm going to take a full slab of the baby backs, and I'm going to take that with mashed taters, hush puppies, and I'm going to get I'm going to have a sweet tea.
The fuck you are.
I don't know what that means.
I asked you to eat less food.
What is wrong with you? This is a beautiful woman. You let her eat.
No, he's right. You know, I put on a little bit of weight because of all the stress. Walter's a fireman.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. He had a pretty intense
She doesn't care.
accident last year, and he injured his male parts. They're just shredded down there.
And now he can't work.
He wants to fight fires, and he wants to be standing up.
You want to be standing up? I know you do, but he can't.
Is that an identity thief?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
It's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Well, I heard him drop the FUR, and I'm like, that's a Jason Bateman line for sure.
Is it, is this his 40, the Paul Rudd movie?
That sounds right, yeah.
And she was in that, I believe. I think she was the mother of a kid that was bullying Paul Rudd's daughter.
Okay.
And there's a scene in the principal's office, and they put it out there. You can see that Paul Rudd, and I can't remember the young lady's name, the one's name who was Paul Rudd's wife. She was also
Leslie
in.
Mann.
Okay, she's also in like 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah,
and
Leslie Mann.
Okay.
She's
anyway,
a
that
looker.
scene is hysterical, and you see the outtakes from it. It's even better. Melissa McCarthy goes off in that. It's so funny. It's a great. I've seen the movie in theaters. I've also seen the clips from it though. So yeah,
Seen the movie and the clips.
and the clips pop up. Yes, it's really funny.
Send the links.
Yes,
I'll send the links.
yes.
I'll try to think what movie that's from in a minute. Chris Pine turning 45 today.
I've been poor my whole life. Told my parents, their parents before them. It's like a disease. Passing from generation to generation becomes a sickness. That's what it is. Infects every person you know. But not my boys. Not anymore. This is theirs now. Now, I ain't never killed no one in my life, but if you want me to start with you, let's get on with it, old man. See if you can grab that pistol before I blast you off this porch.
Is that from Hell or High Water?
Yeah.
I've never seen that. Is that good?
It's really good. Yeah.
Really?
He's in it. Jeff Bridges is the
I love Jeff Bridges.
cop who's going after Chris Pine and his brother, who are bank robbers. It's a Western, but it was really good. Yeah.
I love
movie was it
Westerns. Hell or High Water.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to, if you say it's good, I'm going to have to check that out.
Is that the Wonder Woman guy also?
Yes, he's
Okay.
in that, Star Trek.
All right.
Yeah, good for you, Thitoff. Good recognition.
Well, I
there.
just looked at his picture. I saw it here, and I thought, I think that's the guy
That's
who
a
was.
good-looking man.
Well, I didn't want to. I'm not going to go down that road this early in the morning. But yes, I'm not afraid to say it.
Absolutely. David Price, the 5-time All-Star and World Series champ, turning 40 today. James Harden, 11-time All-Star, never met a shot he didn't like. Good for him.
Not a champ, though.
Not a
Not
champ.
even really close.
Hey, who would you rather be teammates with? Carmelo Anthony, James Harden.
Melo.
If they're playing on a team together, who gets more shots?
I think at least Melo, you can like look at his career and say, well, he normally lost to teams that were just better than his. James Harden has had some just duds is the completely nice way to put it for some of his playoff performances. I mean, there was one year Houston had a huge comeback against the Clippers after they benched him in the fourth quarter.
He was a teammate. Look, I'd rather be a teammate of Harden because he distributes the ball. Carmelo is a black hole. You get 4 out of the ball, you're not getting it back.
Watching him just sit there and pound the ball into the ground,
yes,
and then take step backs, like when you're doing SNL skits about you, it's remarkable. And then we've got some passings today. Losing a legend. Get your pets spayed and neutered.
Wow.
Mr. Bob Barker passing away in 2023.
I can't believe you're a professional golfer. I think you should be working at the snack bar. You better relax, Bob. There is no way that you could have been as bad at hockey as you are at golf. All right, let's go. Oh! You like that, old man? You want a piece of me? I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. Oh! Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
The price is wrong, bitch.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough, bitch.
Gosh, that is so good. It's one of the great. So instead of punching you, he punched Bob Barker.
He was the other Hugh Hefner.
Oh yeah,
you know,
way better
Barker's
tan,
beauties.
Barker's beauties
came across.
He grew up on an Indian reservation.
Barker did?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's Native American.
Oh wow,
I've been doing this state in history for a while. Thitoff. Some of those things begin to stick in my brain.
Wow, okay,
yeah.
Bob Barker.
So he got that sweet tan from, man. What do you think, he's Irish?
It was such a huge deal when he stopped dyeing his hair.
Oh yeah, but it looks sweet because there's a nice contrast. The white on the nice tan.
But it looked like
skin.
it was overnight as far as viewers go because it was the end of the season, and then he comes back next season
Well, they
completely
shoot
gray.
all of the prices right in 4
right away.
months.
Yeah, they do it right away, and so and it goes out throughout the year.
Pretty
Yeah,
good gig.
a big
It is.
that Drew Carey makes a killing doing that.
They offered Herb Street that job before.
They offered Dan Patrick. Dan Patrick the job too.
It paid a lot. I mean,
yeah, for that much work, you kidding
kind
me?
of selling your soul. Well, you work the 4 months. You're working like 16 hours a day.
No, it's like you're a fireman for 4 months. Yeah,
But then you're done.
Yeah.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm a volunteer
You're
fireman.
And then,
no, go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
That's all right. That's a good one, though. Don't worry, man. You can't smoke in here. It's okay, ma'am. I'm a volunteer fireman. But passing away in 2004, one of the great singers. One of my favorite songs, Laura Branigan and Gloria. So much juice. How about that? Some holidays observances. It's Congressional Startup Day. It is Make Your Own Luck Day.
Ooh.
It is Musical Yoga Day, National Cherry Popsicle Day, National Dog Day, Toilet Paper Day as well, and Women's Equality Day for the certification of the 19th Amendment. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, August 26th. It's game week. It's Tuesday. It's practice day. The 238th day of the year and $1.27 remaining in this 2025.
Well done, General. When's the last time you had a popsicle?
Can't remember.
Bodie?
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Yeah, me either. It was such a big deal as a kid.
Yeah.
But I
my
can't
kids,
remember.
I watched my kids eat about 7 of them a piece this weekend.
Sugar-free?
I don't know. Just get the diabetes. Why not? Just really pump those A1Cs.
Hey, Brian Kelly's 3-10 in AP top 10 matchups.
It's pretty good.
Just saw it on the TV there.
Is that at LSU or is that career?
Career.
When was the last time Notre Dame beat Miami? They're like 0-4 against according to ESPN or whatever it is.
Yeah, I know. Those liars.
Coming up next, a player and a coach both expressed their excitement for the Texas OSU game on Saturday. We'll talk about that next. Morning Juice.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment, facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit EventRiskInc.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and Columbus football is back. And what better way to kick off the season than driving home in a tough, reliable 2024 Toyota Tacoma from Germain Toyota of Columbus. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 72 months with 20% down, or lease it for $239 a month for 36 months for 10,000 miles per year with $29.99 due at signing. Head to Germain Toyota of Columbus today on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road. Your home for great deals all season long.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we.
Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Bobby Carpenter, husband, father, Buckeye. Jeff Thitoff, husband, father, idiot. This is Morning Juice.
All right, Morning Juice. Tito, Bobby, Bodie. So, Ohio State, Texas, breaking news there, Bob. I'm not sure where this or not. I don't know if we're talking about the station, but Ohio State plays Texas this weekend. Also,
when they schedule that one?
More breaking news. It's a noon kick.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard that or not.
Heard they've been working on that for a while.
Yep, it's a noon kick. Ryan Day was on Buckeye Roundtable, and he talked about the excitement of week one, and then we'll play that. Then we're going to hear from, or not hear from. I'm going to tell you what Arch Manning said. Here's Ryan Day.
Well, I think once you get to this point of preseason, I mean, you're excited to see what kind of team you have. You know, you've seen, the different, parts of the season. You've seen guys grow, starts in the winter, goes through spring ball, and now we're into preseason. And I think that's probably the most exciting thing is to get started and, figure out what this journey looks like. And, when you start an opening game like this, I mean, it's really exciting because you have everybody's attention, starting in July. I think the biggest challenge is just the fact that, you have unknowns when you're going into the first game. And so that's like that every year. You got to start and, it's kind of like, buying your first house or, having your first child. Maybe you never feel like you're ready, but you got to go. And so here we are. We're a week out and time to go play a game.
It's a great analogy.
First child?
Yeah. I mean, first child, anything. Like you get there, you're like, okay, now what do I do? I'm supposed to be this. What movie is that from? I feel like I'm supposed to be this different person. I'm just not.
I know what you're talking about now. What movie was that from? Because I remember that quote.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a great... Chatter, look, let us know.
Say it again.
It's like I'm married, but I feel like I'm supposed to be like this different person now.
No, listen. It's Will Ferrell and old school. That's what it is,
Yeah.
right? When he gets married,
Maybe.
when he gets married to, and they're in the counseling session.
Yeah.
Before he says, like, I don't know, we the trust tree.
Maybe that is
I think
it.
that's what it is. I think I'm supposed to be a different person, and I'm just not.
But that's what Ryan, like, you're never going to be ready for the first game of the season, especially when it's a big game like this. So that's part of the problem is there's no like walking out into the beach, into the ocean. Like, this is as Parcells always would tell us, you got to just dive in. Don't put your toe in. This is diving into the deep end. And that's where they're at. And so you never feel like you're ready. You go out there, they snap the ball, and as my man Hester always say, foot hits leather, and then all of a sudden it's time to go.
I think that Bobby, and I've read this somewhere on the internet, so I can't really give it proper credit, but it was on the internet. There we go. And that this is the first time the defending national champion has opened up against the number one team.
I think I saw that too. I think you're right on that.
It's like 1937 when they started doing all the polls stuff. Anyway, but the official ones. Yeah, whatever. So, so it's a big game, obviously, for if you got the first time a defending national champions played the number one team. And Arch Manning yesterday also said he was talking about the game, and he was talking to ESPN's Dave Wilson. Said, "This is what I've been waiting for. I spent 2 years not playing, so I might as well go have some fun." Do you think?
I like that. I like that comment.
I like it too. Yeah, I like the fact he did it because really he hasn't played much. And just go out and have fun. Yes, go out there and do that. If you were a betting man, and you're not,
I bet some. I'm not like, I'm for every Scotty Vegas, there's like me on the other side where I can take it or leave it. I kind of want to get some action on the Ohio State game this weekend. Ooh. The thought of like going on to a nap right now and doing all that seems a little overwhelming.
If you want to give me your information, I can place it for you. Just give me.
I used to have Rothman do that. He was like my bookie to his offshore stuff. It was pretty good. I used to win a lot of money with him. And then he goes, but it gives me a false sense of security because I have more money in my account and then I just pay you cash. I'm like, well, I don't know what you want me to do with that, but I'm
commission.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this then, Bob. Because I had a guy at the Dispatch I used to work with, and this is obviously years ago. This is all pre what we're doing now in gambling.
Hunter?
And he had somebody he knew down in Springfield.
Mailman.
That said his barber was a bookie.
Sure.
So he would always call this guy and have him place bets for him through the guy's barber.
Okay.
My buddy was not a good gambler.
He tried hard.
Right. Ended up losing, and then he had a hot streak, and the guy couldn't pay him back because there was no barber. It was just that guy taking his bets. Just a regular guy. Had fronted, like it said, hey, I got a barber. I'll go place a bet with him.
That's cool.
There was never a barber.
That's how you get in the business,
But he couldn't pay him back then, though, I think, is what happened.
Well, then...
That's a little bit different.
I actually... there was a friend of mine where all that kind of transpired, and it got into the point where they were betting. This was in the 90s, and it was like 5-figure bets, like some of this stuff.
Jeez.
And it got to the point where there was some rough stuff that was going to go down. I mean, you're not, if I'm paying you and you're keeping my money, when it's time for you to pay me, that's what happens.
Not a lot of, back then, there's not a lot of things you could do about it, though.
Yeah, what could you do about it now? It's still illegal.
No, what I'm saying, though, is...
You're not allowed to be an independently operated bookie just because gambling is legal in the United States.
Okay, but what happens, let's say you tell me, Tito, I want to put $100 on this game with your barber. I tell you, okay, I got a barber who does this stuff. My uncle's a barber. He's not a bookie. Get that out of the way.
Allegedly.
And then I tell you, hey, he can't pay you. You won. I know he can't pay you. What are you going to do?
You're going to pay me then.
Okay, and if I say I can't pay you, you can't go to the cops and say, hey.
No, I'm going to. Your life's going to be terrible.
No, I know.
I might burn your house down.
Okay.
I'll go straight Lisa Left Eye Lopez on you.
You'll put my
I'll get those scissors. You want to go to the barbershop, Mike Irvin? I'll take you to the barbershop, Mike Irvin. If I'm pulling those scissors out of your neck.
If you were, this is how I started the whole thing. If you were a betting man, I said, but you're not, but I guess you are.
That's probably why.
Okay.
There might be. I sat with Rothman every day, so he wasn't getting away. He wasn't getting away from me.
You're getting secondhand gambling addiction. But would you think Arch Manning's there for 2 more years or just this year?
I'm guessing 2. Yeah. I know that he came out and refuted his grandfather, but history tells me that the Mannings play out their college
Their eligibility.
Yeah, Steve Spurrier said, you know why Peyton's coming back? He wants to be the 3-time MVP of the Citrus Bowl.
And now you know a little more about Steve Spurrier.
That is such a great line.
It is a great line, but it helps your development. And now that those guys get paid, and he's going to get paid a ton to be the Texas quarterback, maybe more than he would get in the NFL or close to it in a 1 year.
It's amazing that we're at that point now.
I mean, you're getting $6, $7, $8 million a year. What's the difference between that and making 12 in New York when they're going to tax your balls off and you're going to lose more of it anyway?
I guess
it's about the same take home.
I guess the only thing is that if you go back and look, Bob, and we talked about this the other day, Cardale Jones, if he would have gone out earlier, would have been a much higher draft pick.
You think he would have had a better NFL career?
I don't know. I'm not sure on that one, but I'm saying the fact that because he stuck around the extra year, I shouldn't say extra year, stuck around the next year, it ended up hurting his draft status. Fair?
How did it work? What's old mayonnaise boy?
Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Yeah.
Right.
1 year starter. How'd that go for him?
It didn't go great.
How'd that go for Achille Smith? I could give you a list of guys who started for 1 year and came out.
Right.
How's it going right now for Jaden Daniels, who played 87 years in college football?
Did it hurt Quinn Ewers?
Well, he was coached by Brian Kelly, Bob. So.
Well.
Did it hurt Quinn Ewers? Did it hurt, Ewers if he would have gone out a year earlier? Right.
Maybe he gets drafted higher?
A little higher. But
here's the thing. People say that.
Yeah.
But why would you think that would be the case? Because they would have found the same flaws in his game that they found this year. And this, I'm going to be honest with you, wasn't exactly the strongest quarterback draft.
No, it wasn't. That's fair. Yeah.
They're going to find the same flaws. Public perception does not equal scouting in the NFL. They're going to sit there. When you decide to come out, they're going to analyze your film. So Mel Kiper can give their dot. I think this guy right here, I'm telling you, we're going to take him in the first round. He's the best talent I've ever seen. I'll eat my shorts if this isn't the guy. And all this crazy, he can say whatever he wants. But how many draft picks does Mel Kiper have?
Who the hell's Mel Kiper?
The mailman. Yeah, he's like the mailman.
That's my point. Like, everyone's like, he would have come out. I can't tell you that that's true. In fact, I'm probably most certainly going to tell you it's not. Because they're going to find the flaws at some point. And it's one thing if you said, well, like 2 years ago where there were 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round.
Right.
This year there was 1. And they were struggling to find other guys.
Do you think if New Orleans does get the top pick, though, that could be – because that's kind of the –
Does he want to go to New Orleans?
I wonder.
I don't know.
Sean Payton ain't there anymore, Coach.
Kellen Moore. Cowboys legend.
I like Kellen Moore a lot.
I don't know. Yeah, Bob, that's a good question. I don't know if he's more likely or less likely to come off New Orleans.
What about the Browns?
Oh, there's no way in hell.
Stefanski,
Bears,
Jerry Judy.
Listen, if the Browns have the number 1 pick, I think Archman goes back to high school and says, I'm going to see if I have more eligibility down there. I'm not going to come out and play. There's no way a quarterback will not come out and play for the Browns. Yeah, there's no way. Bob.
Which is worse, Browns or Bears?
Browns,
Really?
Bears beat Browns.
I mean, Jay Cutler's their all-time leading passer.
And no 4,000-yard passers. Never a 4,000. I think Cleveland only had 1. I think Cleveland's had Sipe. I don't think the Bears have ever had a 4,000-yard
They've had a
passer.
quarterback as an MVP. Brian Sipe won the quarterback. Now, granted, it was before 2 of us in this room were.
I was going to say, I don't even know who that is.
1980, the Cardiac Kids.
Right.
He was the MVP in 1980, if I'm not mistaken.
They did a Christmas song about the Cardiac Kids. I remember that. It was a Retigliano Super Bowl team on the first day of Christmas, whatever. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
More music.
It is a Threes Day.
Oh.
An appetizer Threes Day at Roosters. It is the final Tuesday of the month. And it's an elite appetizer. It's probably the best vehicle for the cheesy bacon sauce that's going to come on them. It's the wedge. The potato wedge covered with spicy nacho cheese, real bits of bacon. It's pig, it's potato, all rolled into one on a nice, sturdy vessel that will help get it to your mouth. Not on the chip, not on the curly fry, on the wedge. And they're $3 all day long at Roosters, so go check them out. And if you stay locked in here for about another hour, you get a chance to win a $50 gift card to Roosters by playing That's What He Said. I had some of those wedges yesterday.
I see you were out there yesterday, right?
They were good.
I saw you and Austin were out there. What, Berm?
Jay-Z.
Sean Card.
I cannot handle people that call him Swick. I heard it yesterday.
They call him Swick?
People on this station call him Swick. It's Zwick. It's a Z. Zwick.
Yeah.
Not Justin Swick. Not SW.
That's like the Kroger's thing. I don't know why you would call. Yeah, it's always Zwick.
You're not from here, maybe. I don't know. It's always been that. His name's always started with a Z.
I think that's accurate. That's also.
He didn't
accurate.
change it.
He did not change it. No, he's not Thiesman. It's not like that. He is Zwick all along. Is what he is.
Zwick, not Swick.
Yes,
Zwick.
Was there a Jack Swick? Is there a Swick that's an
I
actor?
don't know.
I'm trying to
and
think.
I don't
That's where I got
care.
confused.
I just heard that yesterday on here, and I was like, "Gosh, come on, be
Coming
better."
up next, we'll do some quick hitters. By the way, Bobby, Babe Ruth charged with fraud. We'll talk about that next in the Quick Hitters Morning Juice.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy, accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps Seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps Seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Tito, Bobby, Bodie Wells with you. Every day around this time-ish, we do this.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
All right, he's Bodie Wells. He's our superstar. What do you got for us,
Happy
Bodie?
Tuesday, fellas. A Tennessee man with the exact same name as New York Yankees legend Babe Ruth is facing charges alleging that he used the name of hundreds of dead or retired pro baseball players to make phony claims for payouts in class action settlements. George Herman Ruth, I don't know if he goes by Babe, but nevertheless, George Herman Ruth, a 69-year-old man, he has been charged with the following: mail fraud, aggravated identity theft, fraudulent use of Social Security numbers, money laundering, making false statements to his probation officer, and possessing firearms.
So hold on. You're telling me he was already on probation while he was
Yes,
doing this?
that's what it was, yes.
That's the good
And
part.
possessing firearms after having previously been convicted of felonies. The indictment says Ruth obtained or attempted to obtain more than $550,000 through the scheme. Tito.
Yes, sir.
Identity theft is not a joke. Millions of people suffer every year.
That's very, very
Jim?
true.
Michael.
So, yeah, named after Babe Ruth, because that was Babe Ruth's name, was George Herman Ruth. And he goes out there and does that. And he puts in, Bob, so many names of like dead ball players. That's his like database.
It'd probably be a little easier if you did more obscure people and just tried to rip off his Social Security.
Yeah.
But
instead of picking like famous dead celebrities.
He didn't, but that's it. He didn't pick famous ball players, Bob. He went and picked like guys that weren't that famous, but were ball players like on teams that
Jimmy Reese.
Yeah, there was like all kinds of things. Like he was going through guys that were on teams that are now defunct, like St. Louis Browns players and things like that. He had a dozen P.O. boxes in several Tennessee cities for himself and sham companies.
Good for him.
You know,
I appreciate the creativity.
Says in the article, the Philadelphia Athletics, the St. Louis Browns, and the Kansas City Packers, he like rated their rosters for names.
And then what? But here's the thing: all those people are dead.
Right.
I mean, what was he trying? Was there some sort of lawsuit against people? Or was this their Social Security? Like
Social Security, he used their. It says he used the old baseball players' names or variations of his own name and the Social Security numbers of unwitting victims. It says that he obtained more than attempted to obtain more than $550,000. He sought payouts and lawsuit settlements that range from contact lens pricing allegations to claims of racial discrimination against a staffing agency.
That's great. Is he a white dude too? That's amazing if that's the case.
I gotta believe.
I love the creativity.
Wouldn't you think? I mean, do you think that if you're a person has a kid in 1956, right? Is that 70 years old? 56?
69.
Right, yeah. Okay, 69.
He was
Sorry,
69
56. Okay. If you were such a baseball fan, you were going to name your kid after a baseball player.
To a T.
I would
Not
think
even
at that
like-
point in 56, it's going to be like, Jackie Robinson, or it's going to be,
Willie Mays.
Larry Doby, Willie Mays, somebody like that. I would think. I don't think that you would be.
I mean, Hank wasn't really Hank quite yet.
No, he was Henry, and he was. He was just getting going. But I would think though that I got to believe it's a white guy.
You don't have to call me Mister.
I gotta see that movie too.
Whole world
42.
called me Hank.
I gotta watch 42. I haven't seen that one
Jeez,
yet.
You need to watch.
I can't say that shocks me, but
you need to watch The Babe first.
Oh, I've seen The Babe with John Goodman. Classic. Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah.
And watch 61.
I haven't watched 61 yet. I
That's
watched
great,
that one too.
because that's the Mickey Mantle I like to envision.
The 61 and the 42.
He's basically baby Jesus singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner. Big
I gotta see
Angel's
42.
Wings. That's when I saw that. I was like, wait, Mickey Mantle was a drunk and lived in the Waldorf? That sounds amazing. I'd like to be him.
They traded Billy Martin.
Just get hammered and drive his car and leave it, wreck into a light post and just walk away.
The Yankees traded Billy Martin because he was too bad of an influence on Mickey Mantle and Whitey Ford. He was like the third member of the Island Boys or whatever it was. He was the other one.
That's great.
Yeah, he was he wasn't the main tenor or the second tenor. He was the third guy, and they got rid of him though. Yeah, because there was too much partying going on.
guys, with the fourth pick in the 2015 NFL Draft, the then Oakland Raiders selected wide receiver Amari Cooper from the University of Alabama. In his 3.5 seasons with the Raiders, Cooper recorded just over 3,000 yards and 19 touchdowns before he was dealt to the Dallas Cowboys in the middle of the 2018 season. Sort of saved Dak Prescott's career there for a minute. After some time spent in Dallas, Cleveland, and Buffalo over the last several seasons, Cooper is heading back home. Sort of, not going to Oakland, but joining the Raiders in Las Vegas this time on a one-year deal.
Still playing?
Yeah.
Where did he play last year?
He was with Cleveland and got traded to Buffalo, I'm pretty sure.
That's right.
He definitely was in Buffalo.
He was in Buffalo until last year, yeah.
And I believe he was with Cleveland and was dealt ahead of that trade deadline.
That's right. They traded him in the middle of the year. I couldn't remember to who.
Still just 31 years old. Carp, we'll see if he has
He's
anything
only 31?
I know, he was really
Seems
young
like, you're
coming
right.
out of
It seems
school.
like, yes.
I'll see if he has anything left in the tank with this Vegas team that expects to be pretty competitive this season.
He was on that Alabama team in 2014, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I think he was a Heisman Trophy finalist that year.
That doesn't sound wrong. I cannot believe he was still playing. He went to Buffalo and
they went to Buffalo just last year and did nothing.
Of course.
Yeah, nothing.
But he went there in the middle of the season.
Yes, middle of the season.
They traded him during the year. I couldn't remember where he went because you didn't hear from him. I was literally thinking about that during the Cowboys thing last night. So I was watching CD and Dez and those guys. I'm like, wonder what happened to Amari Cooper. And now
he was so good in Dallas. I remember when Dallas sent a first-round pick to Oakland for that, and I was like, you gave up a first-round pick for Amari Cooper, and he was fantastic down the stretch. Dallas, they were 3-5. They finished 7-1, made the playoffs, actually won a playoff game before getting ripped to shreds by Los Angeles. But yeah, he was great in Dallas, and I don't think they ever should have traded him to Cleveland, but I suppose that's a different argument for a different day.
I think Amari Cooper is Odell Beckham Jr. without the drama, as far as career arc goes. Because I don't think he has anything left in the tank.
I don't think he does really either.
And he was disappointing in Buffalo.
Well, he went there mid-season, which is
Right.
always tough. We'll see out there, but here's the thing: who's throwing you passes in L.A.?
Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas?
I mean, Geno Smith, I know he's not great, but...
Yeah, but their offense isn't anything to write home about. I mean, I can't imagine him being any more than their third receiver. He's not going there to be a number one, and who is their 1 and 2?
Well, Jacoby Myers requested a trade, but I don't know why they would ship him.
What's his name?
Brock Bowers. And you drafted Genty.
Yeah. But Brock Bowers is your best receiving threat.
Yeah.
So you're bringing him in to complement that. That's just, it's not a great situation.
I don't have any expectations for Cooper in Vegas. I don't know. It seems like, Bob, you nailed it on the head. I can't believe he's that young. I thought he was older than that also. But you go back, I thought he was in his mid-30s, not early 30s. But
he was 20 when he got drafted.
Yeah, he was really young coming out of the draft, or coming into the draft, however you want to say it there. And then he's been on several teams, and he was productive for multiple teams, so it feels like he's been around forever, which I guess, 10 years in the league is not a short time there.
A decade's nothing to write home. Nothing to,
but yeah, he was really good, and then just went to Cleveland and kind of, I think his first year in Cleveland, he was relatively productive.
Yeah, he was good at first in Cleveland.
He was, his first year in Cleveland, he had 2 1,000-yard seasons with Cleveland. And then last year, he was dealt at the trade deadline. So last year, honestly, 1,100 yards his first year in Cleveland in 22, and then 1,200 yards his second season in Cleveland in 23. Last year was kind of the first year he fell off. So if he might still have something left in the tank there. We'll see.
Do you think he has any chance of a 1,000-yard season this year?
No,
I don't think so. Yeah.
But if you get 400 or 500 yards from him, or 300 to 400, and I think Vegas is obviously kind of, I'll say, going for it, not like Super Bowl contention, but
sure.
You hire Pete Carroll,
like the Cowboys.
I guess, sure, yeah, sure. But you hire Pete Carroll. He's not exactly a young pup, although he's 72, going on about 58, I think, with just his energy and whatnot, which is a good thing. But you bring in Geno Smith, you hire Pete Carroll. They're trying to win now. They might be in the best division in football, so that's not going to be a very easy thing to do when you got to face Kansas City, the Chargers, and Denver, 3 teams that all made the postseason last year. But see if he can make a dent there. Sticking with the NFL, after a productive first season in Houston last year that saw him rush for just over 1,000 yards and 11 scores, Joe Mixon is set to miss at least the first 4 games this year for Houston. He will not be activated from the non-football injury list by today's 4 p.m. deadline. That is due to an ankle injury. This offseason, Houston did sign 4-time Pro Bowl running back. Unfortunately, might be a 4-time knee injury running back, too, Nick Chubb, after his 7 years in Cleveland. And they also drafted Woody Marks out of the University of Southern California in the 4th round of this past spring's NFL draft. The Texans' first 4 games here at the Rams, home against Tampa Bay, at Jacksonville, and against the Titans. Tito, this is a guy that went to Houston from Cincinnati last year. Very productive, so they'll be kind of missing some of that talent if Chubb and Marks can't make their mark.
Yeah, I like Mixon quite a bit. It's just that I don't. This is a serious injury he's coming back from, and he's on the PUP list for now, where he's got, like you said, missed the first 4 games at least. And I don't know. Shefty seems to sound like, the way he's making it sound, they're not sure if he'll come back after 4 games or not. Nick Chubb is not the same Nick Chubb, and he can't be after all these knee injuries. So it feels like a big loss for Houston that because Chubb's not going to convert to what Mixon did, and Marks is too young. But
It's a young man's position.
It is a young man's position. But I don't know if, I don't know if Marks is a guy who can also do it. But I think that if Marks and Chubb both have to carry the load for the first half of the season, I think Marks ends up more rushing yards than Chubb.
Let's go, CJ. Saddle up, buddy.
Yeah.
Time to sling it. Yeah, Chubb is a shell of himself. And Mixon, we'll see if he comes back. 4 games, maybe 5, 6. We'll activate him, try to work him back in there. The good news for Houston is the AFC South is brutal.
Yeah.
So if they can find a way to win 10, probably 11 games, you're probably winning that division. The teams in the division aren't good, so you get 6 games against Jacksonville, Tennessee,
and
Indianapolis. So what do their quarterback situations look like? You have by far the most stable. All of them would die to switch with you right now.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible, but, this is definitely a setback, and a lot more is going to be placed on CJ if they cannot run the ball.
Yeah, and they got a new OC in there, I believe, this year as well. And the offensive line was not good last year. We'll see if that's improved, though.
For a team that made the playoffs and won a playoff game, felt like they had a little bit of a disappointing season. Which, like I said, probably sounds a little silly because they, like I said, made the postseason. They killed the Chargers in that wild card round, and then they hung in there with Kansas City. But
win the playoff game, Bodie, wouldn't that be sweet?
I don't have high look. The fact they're in the weaker division certainly lends itself to the fact that
I think you misspoke on that. They're in the weakest.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Wait.
Probably.
Okay, wait. NFC South?
This is worse than that.
You think so? It's worse than New Orleans?
Tampa's pretty
Atlanta,
good.
Tampa, and Carolina.
I think Atlanta's talented. We'll see how their quarterback situation shakes out with Penix. I think you've got a decent young quarterback in Carolina. We'll see how they develop.
Right.
And Tampa, I think, is a good team.
If Tampa and Houston are kind of like wiping each other out, I think I'd rather take Atlanta over anybody else in the AFC South.
That's my point. It's like the AFC has no Atlanta. The NFC, Atlanta's they're a team that I think could win 9 or 10 games.
If Penix takes a leap this year,
they have weapons.
I think they could be.
Yeah, look, Atlanta's be fun to watch.
Ish.
Yeah, I know they spend a lot of draft capital to get defense in the draft, but Penix though is going to be the key there. And you got Drake London there. Mooney's there as well. Obviously, Bijan Robinson. Yeah,
Kyle Pitts, who.
Yes.
We'll see what he is.
Kyle Pitts, by the way,
people are still hanging on to his
right
potential.
now. They're saying this could be his breakout year, Bob.
Yes.
This is the one.
I'm waiting. It's like a safe room. He just needs to find the exit. The breakout.
It's a Schleg's day, folks. We'll talk to him next. Morning Juice.
Bobby Carpenter here with Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Every successful franchise in sports has a long-term vision, and behind that long-term vision are the people executing the plan. In the words of the great Woody Hayes, you win with people. It's the same in business and in life. Surround yourself with good people and build strong relationships with those people, and the path to success becomes very clear. Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they win with people.
A team's success can be directly tied to the quality of its players, coaches, and leadership. In sports and in business, talent alone doesn't win. It's why we focus on building strong relationships with our clients and why we strive to always offer the best advice, the best products, and the best customer service for our clients.
Thanks, Travis. We want them to focus on their business and their people and let us handle their banking needs.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst and cancer champion Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. Join our team to help fund game-changing research that saves lives. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over the odds. V is for victory over health disparities, victory over setbacks, victory over the unknown. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate to the V Foundation to join our team and help save lives.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now to the V Foundation at v.org.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit OutdoorStewards.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS-FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. We built a brand new studio just for Bobby, and Tito has already ruined it just by being here. I'm pregnant. This is Morning Juice.
Indeed, it is Morning Juice. By the way, we are sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin and Event Risk Elite Protection. But here comes another star of the show now. It's our good friend Anthony Schlegel.
The best way to start a morning is with a heady dose of iron. Gas station ready, always. It is Schleg Day.
All right, Anthony Schlegel joins us here. Sounds like you're getting into your car there, Anthony. Put your seatbelt on.
I'm in my truck. My seatbelt is on.
Hey, I'm saying it
What's
sounded like it
happening in
wasn't.
Columbus, Ohio? Hey, it's Futures Day, Bob.
That is
One
true.
day here, Big Temple. Hey, I'm just saying.
On
August
FanDuel,
26th.
it's Futures Day.
FanDuel. It's what it is. Talk to me. What's crapping?
You tell me what's going on with you there, Schlegs. You are obviously up and at it early this morning, out doing your thing, and it's game week. This game this weekend, we talked about earlier, it's the first time the defending national champion has played a number one team in week one. And what are your thoughts? How do you feel about this game coming up here on Saturday?
I like how you just went there first and not talking about who double dipped the chip in Dublin. But we'll start with Texas then. So, Texas game. How am I feeling? I'm feeling frothy. It's going to be good. I'm going to be there. I haven't been to a game in the shoe since, oh, man. Let's see.
Didn't
Bob,
you take
and I,
Faith to Michigan a couple years ago?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I know all the games that I went. I don't know if I went to that first blackout. I probably didn't. All right, so I went to where they had the Wolf uniform versus Penn State, and we made that comeback. I went to that one. And then I went to the Michigan game for Faith's birthday a couple years ago.
So 2022?
And that was it.
So now that you're here locally, you're going to go to more games than I hope, right?
Kind of. You know, you got a lot going on, man. We got middle school football practice in the mornings, you know, on Saturday. You got to get better. That's a bumpy day because they play on Wednesday and Thursday. Got to maximize kids. You know, I go really hard during the week, and it just depends on what the game is and what we got going down. I mean, I know I got a golf outing in Findlay, Ohio on one of those days, so I'm going to miss that one. I think it's homecoming. But, yeah, I'm going to try to get them. I mean, we obviously love the Buckeyes, and it's just we're closer now, so I probably will attend more games. But I like watching. I'm not going to lie to you. I like watching on TV, though. You might not be able to get it on the YouTube TV. That's a swift kick in the sack. But I enjoy watching it on TV because then I can take my notes. I like writing notes about the game while the game's going on, and then I can go back and kind of make sure that was a valid point that I was making. And so that's why I like watching it on TV because I talk about it. When you're there, the expectation is that you're in the moment and you're bringing the juice for the dudes on the field. You know, we got to be the juice givers. I mean, hey man, what did they say? What was the thing we got to do? It was like silence the cadence, right? Like make them go to silent count or something. I don't know, like Silence of the Lambs. Maybe we were talking about that on the show one day, Bob. But I like it. That's what we got to do, man. We got to be there. It's going to be noon. So you're gonna have to, that pregame's going to have to start Friday, 5 o'clock somewhere. And you're going to have to bring it, man. You're going to have to bring it. You're just going to have to roll right out of bed, right in the stadium, and just scream till you burst blood vessels in your eyeballs.
Do you get recognized often? Like, if you go to the game, do you think you get recognized? And would you get recognized as much if you were fat and out of shape?
Absolutely not. No. People then would recognize me like, man, you look terrible. You know, that's what they would do. And I don't get recognized a lot. I'm pretty, you know, you know what people recognize the most? The voice. That's what they recognize. I heard somebody's like randomly at a game, like, I knew that was you. I could tell by your voice. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of distinctive. But let's talk about this game. This game, I feel good, man. I feel really good about it. Up front, where the game's going to be won, you know, Texas lost first-round draft pick. Basically, 4 starters. They had a guy that rotated in there. They have some good quality backups. Here's the deal, though. They don't have the game experience like our guys do going into this. Austin being a team captain, playing left tackle, Luke Montgomery, you know, Carson Smith, probably Tegra maybe at right guard, at right tackle position, either Philip Daniels or Ethan, and then Bob always pronounces his last name for me, which is I appreciate that. Yeah. You do a great job of that, Bob, filling in the gaps. That's why we make a great team. And I feel really good about us running the football. Now, again, let's go back. Like, Texas has some straight-up dudes. They have a guy on the interior defense line. They have an All-American linebacker. They got a DN rusher. That's really good. Their secondary is returning 3 out of 4. They lost the Jim Thorpe Award winner. But then you compare that to our defense, and it's basically the same. You got Paul Feinbaum. Again, I challenged him to a cage match, you know, a couple years ago. Declined my request for that. That'd be amazing. I'm like, honestly, give me Paul and 5 of his buddies. You know, be great. Be a great matchup. But they're talking about, like, Texas has by far a more talented roster. It does not make any sense to me. So if you want to stop the run, because that's what's going to happen, if you want to stop the run, then how are you going to cover Jeremiah Smith, Cardell Tate, Brendan Ennis, Max Clare? Like, what are you going to do? And all the other ones that they got that are going to come in and get playing time because they've earned it on the perimeter, what are you going to do? And honestly, that's the cool thing. And then, well, it's going to be a completely different offense for Texas. Why? So everybody knows why. Well, Arch Manning can run. But we also saw last year in that Texas game, Arch Manning run. And I think it was Sonny, took him out of the game. So do you want to do that to your quarterback? Do you want to expose him to those type of hits? Because this defense is even different from the defense of last year. One, I believe it's simpler. Guys are going to play faster. But Sonny and Arvell can run. They are fast, big humans. And I'm excited to see it go down. I am. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, Schlegs. You talked about exposing your quarterback. Where do you think, Ohio State, there's been the talk about the talent advantages and the discrepancies in different spots. Where do you like Ohio State's strengths coming into this game?
Well, I think coming into this
good.
game, coming into this game, it's a great question, Bob. Coming into this game, week 1, it's going to be all about what team was prepared by the coaching staff for the fundamentals of the game. That's the blocking, that's the tackling, that's the special teams. That's what these games initially week 1, because they always say you make your biggest jump from week 1 to week 2. How prepared are they week 1 to, like you talk about, I think it was John Gruden, recognize, communicate, execute. Who do you trust to do that more? Now, obviously, I am biased. I'm a Buckeye. So I trust our guys. I trust the attacking national champion head coach. You know, and let's face it, there are questions. You have a coordinator in Brian Hartline calling the plays this year. You have Matt Patricia, new coordinator at Ohio State. What is that going to look like on game day? I don't know. But I trust them. And so that's where it's going to come down. And again, let's go back. The key to this game, is going to be who controls the line of scrimmage and who protects the football. Because in a game like this, you just can't turn the ball over and put your defense in a bad situation. That's kind of where it is on both sides. So whatever you got to do, Julian's saying they're going to run the ball. They're going to make sure they has the right matchups on the outside. His job is just go get us a win. Control the football. Take care of the football. And on defense, we got to hit Arch Manning. And they got a really good runner. They got a really good couple running backs. But, yeah, what does that brand-new offensive line look like versus our front seven? And I'm going to tell you, I trust our front seven. So it's going to be fun.
Schlegs, is there a coach or coordinator you never played for that you think, because I know, like, you know, Patricia's here now, but in obviously NFL experience and rings and all that kind of stuff, but is there a coach or coordinator that you didn't get a chance to play for that you would love to have played for?
Ooh.
Matt Patricia. I mean, honestly, I played in that system. Bob played in that system.
Mm-hmm.
I never had Matty P as a coordinator. I've heard nothing but great things from guys that play for him, a.k.a. dudes I absolutely unequivocally trust and are my friends. John Simon, Nate Ebner, they love him. And Matt played with Matt Chatham that came from New England. Like, Matty P is a dude I would love to have played for him. I think what he does is he is a great educator of what they're doing and why they're doing it, which when guys understand the why and the bigger picture of the defense, they understand where they're exposed. And so it allows them to do that job of like, all right, we're in cover three. What's the you know what? Here's a question for you, Tito. What's the weakness of cover three? Just go ahead and tell me.
The weakness of cover three? You expose yourself to potentially being in a RPO situation that could end up hurting you. I just made that up off the top of my head, Schlegs. I have no idea.
100%, because I'm actually trying to validate. I mean, RPOs can go against any defense because that's eye control. However, what is it? So always think about this, guys. Cover three is 4 under, 3 deep. If I have a middle field safety, and also remember the hashes are a little bit bigger in college, the middle field safety, 2 corners, playing a third, well, it's going to be in between the thirds. It's called the seam. So how do I reroute the seam and play top down? If you want to give up the curl flat to that side, make it a long throw for a college quarterback to go do that. Whether it's 3rd and 6, we can live with that. Tackle them at 5, great. But that's the weakness. So when you understand that, and again, a lot of these teams play one back, one gap. You got a running quarterback, it's fine. You just got to be disciplined of who's the edge setter, what gap responsibility do you have, who's your safety help fit. Great. Now that you know that, you know whether or not I got to be, boom, hard in the A or the B gap, depending upon where the bubble is. Where's my help? I can spill it to this guy or that guy, and now you're all going to play fast.
You know,
that's the point.
Schlegs, we talk a lot about, you know, quarterbacks get drafted and, like, what's the fit? If they go to a team that, you know, that the quarterback's game does not fit with the coordinator and it could set them back or cause them to have a different career path depending on where they get drafted. Defensively, is that as important, the right fit?
100%, man. The NFL is all about fits and opportunities. And if you're, and I say this all the time, I mean, we can all go back and look at our careers and, like, man, if I would have been in this defense, probably would have had a little more success. And that's 100% accurate. The good thing about Matty P and somebody that is from the NFL level and looking at Chip Kelly and adjustments they made and Coach Fry last year, even with that offensive line, and it's like, hey, we got a younger group, especially in that playoff run. We got to do more gap runs than we do zone runs. Why? Because it's younger. They can play faster. All right, same thing defensively. I got this group of guys. How do I get my best 11 on there? What does that package look like? But it starts with what is the foundation of the defense, and then from there, I can identify my best 11 and then put them into positions for success to go make plays. In the league, you have a general manager who's acquiring talent predicated upon who they think the most talented 90 that goes to 70, that goes to 53, that goes to 45 on game day. That's what they do. And you as the coach with whatever that number is, have to have the best squad possible. So you're constantly adjusting within the foundation of your scheme. How do I put my best 11 and put us in a position to win? Whether or not it's a game where we got to play a lot more man, or it's a game where we got to play a lot more zone. I'm speaking defensively. It's like whatever we got to do to get the win versus their personnel, and what are their strengths, and how do we eliminate those strengths and make them utilize their weakness to beat us? That's the game plan. These guys do it all the time. And that's what's so cool. And then you've brought on other coaches that have that kind of experience to give you eyes. That's what the walkthrough on Saturday was about. Who's in the box? Who's communicating to the coaches on the field to communicate to the players? Because it doesn't matter what you see upstairs if you can't relay the message to the people that have to go out and execute. Because let's also forget about this. Come Saturday, it's about the 11 dudes on the field. That's what it is. So,
Buckeyes, Schlegs. You had a lot of nice. You had a lot of nice nuggets in there.
Dropping them like McDonald's, Bob. Dropping them like.
Yeah, how one of the questions thrown out in the chat, and you kind of touched on it a little bit, as far as when you have a running quarterback like Arch, game plan, like you said, is going to be different for Texas. So Ohio State will have a different game plan as far as how they're planning to stop him. What are the people always say who's going to spy the quarterback, as if there's just some guy that's all they do during the whole game is just watch that guy. I mean, what do you do schematically to help slow down a running quarterback?
Well, first you just hit him, and you hit him, and you hit him, and you hit him some more. Like, I mean, does he want that kind of punishment? Now, you can do a lot of different things.
I think the kids say, do you want that smoke?
Yeah, do you want that smoke? And the other thing, too, is depends on what kind of coverage you got. You know, is it are you going to play a lot of quarter, half, which I absolutely love? You can play a lot of man-match zone, where I go man-match that guy, but who's my free hitter that's on the quarterback? You can blitz them to certain areas of the field. Now you're in fire. You can play a lot of like we had back in the day, Bob, tight one buck, and now your rat player becomes, in essence, your spy player. So you got a middle field safety playing high. You got your rat player, but your rat player's responsibility is not on a crosser. It's on the quarterback. You can do a couple of things like that. In terms of a running quarterback, lane discipline up front really does matter, because you can't penetrate to penetrate, though we all love that. You have to make sure that you're disciplined in your pass rush lanes. So who has contain? When he gets like, hey, if you're going to get beat, you can only get beat here. I don't want him to be able to step up and just run up and get an easy first down, or maybe a big chunk play. So lane discipline matters. And then also, not necessarily spy, but who is my help? If you do have a rat and there is a crosser, you know, because you communicate mine, and then the guy that had that guy, man, becomes the rat player that also then goes and spies the quarterback. Like, there's a lot of different things that you can do, but it all goes back to being disciplined with your eyes, discipline in your responsibilities, and then third, and certainly not least, is you hit him, and you hit him often. And there might come a time where they're like, hey, we just got to win the game, and I'm talking about Texas here. And it's like, all right, you want to run that guy? Great. Run him. And let's just keep hitting him.
Yeah.
And maybe crack his helmet twice. That's fine. Charge it to winning.
I like that. Schlegs, you're a guy of lover all things pastries. Dunkin' Donuts is opening up a store south on North High Street, south of campus.
Nice.
1710 today, grand opening, supporting 2nd and 7, doing some good stuff out there. First 100 people online at 9 a.m. with a free coffee for 100 days.
Wow, that's a deal. With a donut, you get a coffee and a donut?
I'm not sure about the donut. I know you get the free coffee. Maybe you get go there. I've got this nice, delicious box of donuts right here. What I mean, if you're gonna power rank your donuts, like, give me your top 3 favorite donuts, Schlegs, as you're looking at these delicious donuts from Dunkin' right there. Let's open those up. I wish you could smell them through the phone, Schlegs.
Krispy Kreme. Is it Dunkin' or Krispy Kreme?
It's Dunkin'. I just said that.
I thought you said Krispy Kreme.
Dunkin' Nuts, Schlegs.
Yeah, exactly. Vanilla nut tap. Hey, I'll say this. I like them all. I'm a connoisseur of donuts, kind of like nicotine, right? It doesn't really matter. Back in the day, Skull, Copenhagen, Grizzly, I don't care. Put it in the lip, right? You know. But same kind of thing with donuts. I'm not gonna lie to you. Growing up in Texas, you knew the best donut shop. I don't know what nationality they were, right? Whether they were, I don't know. Philippines, Vietnamese, I don't know. But man, I tell you what, they made some of the. I like the really airy, soft donut. I'm not a big fan. I don't
like
want
heavy
a
fluff
lot of
is what you're saying.
I don't want a lot of batter. I want a lot of glaze. I want some donut with my sugar. You know what I mean? and that's how I look at it. And so when I bat on that thing, I don't want it all pastry to where I gotta sit down some milk or something. I just literally want to eat the entire dozen, and I know that I can do that when they're a little more airy and fluffy. You know, that's what and a lot of glaze. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I am a glazed only.
Oh.
You know, I don't. You know, try new things. Like I'll eat whatever Steph has in the crock pot. Like, I'm just totally blessed that I have a wife that takes care of me and cooks like that. I'm telling my kids, like, you're going to eat your mom's food. Like, she prepared that for you, man. That's big-time ball. But when it comes to donuts, I eat the same one every time.
Okay.
Glaze.
Here's the hack for that, though.
I do like them when they're warm, though.
Right.
I'm not – will I eat a colder donut? You know, charge it to winning sometimes because they were free – and I got two thumbs like the Fonz, and that's how I like it. But I do like them when they're hot and soft and glazy. Now, we got a great one down there at Circleville. Lindy's is really good. They got really good donuts. I've had Dunkin', I've had Krispy Kreme. And anytime people is doing something for 2nd and 7, I'm going to go ahead and say that they're the best. Given 100 days of coffee. Now, here's the real thing. Is it like whatever coffee you want? Because I'd be rocking in there 100 days in a row. I need a large coffee with a double shot of espresso. That way I get 3 cups for the price of 1.
Okay, here's the hack with your glazed donuts, Schleg. We'll get you out here on this one. When you get a glazed donut, and it's like later in the day, you put it in the microwave for about 15 seconds, with butter on it.
Oh gosh!
No.
Now I'm telling you, dude,
why?
it's outstanding.
You know what? Hey, I'll try it. Charge it to winning. You know what? Side nugget. Since we're talking about diabetes here, and my A1Cs are high because it's part of it. I will say this: you talked about the microwave, which got me started thinking about this. I like it when I scoop my ice cream. I like to eat my ice cream out of a cup because I like to pack it in there, so I get a full cup. I mean, honestly, it's almost the entire thing of ice cream. Because I also will skim some off the top to make sure that the ice cream is level. I'll heat that bad boy up in that microwave for about 12 to 15 seconds. That way it's a little softer, and got a little bit of that ice cream goo around the side, you know, that you can slurp it up a little bit.
Yeah, slurp the goo.
Man, let me tell you guys something. I could easily be, Bob knows this, and I've regressed. I'm like Benjamin Button. But I tell you what, if you're just like Schlegs, you just got to be 250 pounds. That's the easiest thing anybody ever asked me to do in my entire life. Eat big, sleep big, train big to get big. I love lifting heavy weights, and I love eating sugar and fats. Not going to lie.
Schlegs, you're the man.
The sloth life of 250 was pretty remarkable. Not going to lie, I look terrible, but I've cut all that out. So it's nice for me to remember. Just because I'm remembering it right now makes it feel as though I'm almost doing it. So therefore, I don't have to do it.
All right, Schlegs, you're the man, brother. Enjoy the game.
Hey, you guys have a great freaking Futures Tuesday. Attack and dominate. Go Bucks, beat cancer. Beat Texas.
He is Anthony Schlegel. He's the man. Thanks, Anthony. We'll talk to you again next week, if not sooner. Who knows? Hell, we might have on him for this, Bob.
Absolutely. Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and the opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin, they've got the right tools for you. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working here locally in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area. They're going to help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, maybe just a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank of Dublin will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, coming up next, a former Buckeye gets his deal done. We'll do that. Morning Juice.
Patients everywhere are experiencing joint pain relief thanks to QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. So how does this non-surgical approach work? QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Aaron Wolkoff explains.
It's like when you get a paper cut, and the cells that come onto that scene first stop the bleeding, and then it recruits more cells to form new skin and new soft tissue. And then you look down a week later, 2 weeks later, and it's like nothing happened, and that paper cut never existed.
In this same way, QC Kinetics uses your natural biologics to help repair and restore aching knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
We take those same similar cells in different areas that are arthritic, are painful, and we cause this kind of internal self-healing that can resolve patients' pain.
Relief without surgery. See if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
Call QC Kinetics 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
If you're looking for the inside scoop on the Buckeyes, you've come to the right place. This is Morning Juice.
All right, Morning Juice. Thank you, Anthony Schlegel. We need a longer break, Bob, after Schlegs, just to kind of decompress a little bit.
Have a cigarette?
I'm saying, I think we need to.
Smoking here?
Terry McLaurin signed his deal with Washington. His hold-in is over. And, I kind of thought it would always get done. It's 3 years. $96 million is the total on it. I didn't see what the guaranteed money on it was.
It was like 30 maybe.
I saw a $30 million signing bonus.
Yeah, which is that's guaranteed. I don't know how much more outside of that.
Up to $96 million in 3 years, depending on different incentives he could hit. So, big deal for Washington. And I got to believe, as a veteran receiver, him missing camp and preseason games, not that big of a deal.
Not huge. I mean, it would have been nice for your second-year quarterback to get some more work with him.
Right.
Terry will be ready. It's more of a function of, like, how bad is it for the quarterback? Like, how much did he need you out there? And you'd like to think, like, hey, we had a great season last year. We made it to the NFC Championship. We'd like to build off of that.
Right.
Instead, we're getting into a contract dispute, a squabble, if you will, with our star wide receiver and 5 times, however many time Pro Bowler he's been, and 1,000 yards the last 5 seasons.
When I look, Bob, at like the positions that are least affected by going in late like this, like kicker and punter, obviously. You
get a lot of punter holdouts that off.
No, but I'm saying like those are the ones like if they don't get signed until the day before the game, they're fine. For the first game, they're fine.
Yep.
Is wide receiver the next one on there?
I would say that defensive back, like you can kind of isolate yourself on the outside, especially if you've been in the scheme. Like Terry knows what he's doing. He's played in it before. It's tougher, I would say, if you have a guy coming from another scheme and there's just differences. Like West Coast schemes have all their hots built in. A lot of more traditional ones, there's adjustments you make off coverages and blitzes. So if you had never played in that before, like Tito, when he got to Dallas, he struggled because he'd always been a West Coast guy.
Right.
And so he struggled picking up the blitzers and converting them to the hots. And so you need that practice to be able to see that, or else you're not going to be running the right route. You're like Troy Aikman in the Gambler and his boys, America's team.
And you said you're almost done with that? You are done. You finished it. Bodie, I got to get started still. I haven't got started yet. I was going to get started yesterday.
I was just going to watch one, and then I looked up. I was like, all right,
what's one more?
Oh, I started watching. One more is just too many. One more is never enough, Bodie. That's the problem. And so I was watching it. I got done with the 7th at about 10. And I look up. I started watching the cold open. It was like 10 minutes long. And then they come up with the intro. And I look at it, it goes, all right, it's like 10:15. I go, there's only 25 minutes left. I go, I'll stay up and finish this. I can handle that.
But I've got like a couple. I want to watch Catholics versus Convicts this week also again.
You've already seen that, though.
I understand that, but it gets me pumped up for the game coming up on Sunday.
So you go play well? Like, what do you?
Yes.
Pumped up for the game.
I do. I like that, Bob. I like being.
I'll get you pumped up for that game.
You need to be fluffed, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be fluffed. Trey Hendrickson also got his deal done with the Bengals. Now,
I don't know if it was his deal. He got a
raise,
money pushed into this season. I can't imagine him being back here.
No. So he's supposed to make $16 million this year. Now he can make up to $30 this year.
Yep.
But then he's an unrestricted free agent next year.
Yes.
So he's gambling on himself a little bit. Now, granted, getting another $14 million is nothing to sneeze at. But it also means
he has to earn it, I think.
Yes.
It's not all just given, and the Bengals are the worst. They're just,
I can think of another team, Bob.
Well,
no.
At least Jerry's trying to. Jerry doesn't, he will never not pay somebody because of money.
Are you sure?
There's more to this Micah thing. That's personal now.
It's personal.
It's personal now. It's, gosh, there's some great lines in there. Did you see the one about? Did you watch the one where he sues the league and everything, and they go back and forth? Have you seen that one yet?
I don't think I've gotten that far yet.
That's maybe
the part that was on last night's episode that I watched was him getting the Fox deal, but I don't remember them saying anything about him getting sued by the league yet.
Okay, so that's when the Fox had just started. Okay,
yeah.
When he chooses to do his own marketing and do all that. That's in the next one. He's got 2 really great lines in there. But I'm not going to give you the one because it was really good, and I'd never heard it. But this is one about him being GM, and it's in the last episode, and they asked him about giving up his role as general manager. And they always say, like, Jerry Jones, the GM, has failed Jerry Jones, the owner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Jones, the owner, would fire Jerry Jones, the GM, right? That's the running joke.
He's like, why wouldn't you want to do this? People always asking you, you need a little separation, get somebody out there, give you some space. That way you don't have to be in all the criticism and everything all the time. He goes, I want the smoke.
Do you want him to win another Super Bowl before he dies? Do you want that for him?
I mean,
or is it?
I do.
I know you do, Bodie.
I'm not against it. Like, I don't have any animosity against Jerry. Jera. I honestly, I think he's done a lot of good, and they've heard.
I do too.
How about the just quick side nugget? The fact that he basically throughout the entire interview, like present day interview or interviews for the entire documentary, he is just scribbling on a piece of paper not writing anything down. Have you noticed that? He's just like scribbling on a legal pad.
He's a doodler.
Like he just like that. I don't know. Seems kind of.
Well, he has a pen in his hand. He'll move it around. Like
yeah.
he's
and
a doodler.
Sometimes the angle of the camera, when it's kind of like over his shoulder a little bit, will show the legal pad, and it's just nothing but like lines being drawn.
Doodles, scribbles. I mean, that's what. If you get a guy, I guarantee you, when he's doing like negotiations and having conversations, I do that. My wife does it a lot. My dad would do it. Where, I mean, certain people like that's just how they helps them think. It's cathartic. But,
Yeah,
and so
fair enough.
He's talking through there, just doodling around, talking about everything. But I mean, Trey is going to be gone.
Yeah,
and they could probably keep him for another 3 or 4 years, and I think he'd be pretty productive. But this is like here's the other thing. Like, it also reflects poorly on your organization with the current players because they look at that and like this guy is a guy that does everything right, and this is the treatment that he gets. So now I have to brace myself to get this type of treatment.
There's another. Well, now he's a former owner because he's dead. Another owner that I think was probably I don't want to say hated when he was the owner of the team, but was certainly. I think he did a lot of great things other than being an owner. A lot of great things for the league. I think Jerry Jones, done some great things for the league.
They said the reason why the NFL, these franchises are worth as much as they are is because of Jerry Jones, and that is 100% true.
Art Modell was someone who. Now wait, so Art Modell did a lot with the television contracts.
Jerry Jones did a lot with the television.
I understand that, but I'm saying Art Modell is somebody who Browns fans hated for a long time, even before he moved the team.
I think they still hate him.
They still hate him. I'm saying, but they hate him though. Okay, but even when he was the Browns owner,
peas on his grave every time he walks by it.
They hated Modell, I think, or disliked him quite a bit. And I wonder if there's similarities there between Jerry Jones' relationship with Cowboys fans, or the way he's perceived by Cowboys fans, the way Art Modell was perceived by Browns fans. You can't. Yeah.
People still want Jerry Jones' autograph when he comes through. They may talk trash around him, but when he's there, very few people boo him. They mostly clamor to him.
But he's been better for the NFL than for Cowboys fans in the span.
He had a great point. Like him and Steven, they're talking at the end of this. They've been good a lot.
Right.
They just haven't been great.
Yes.
It's not like they've been bad.
Yeah, sure.
You know, they've had bad stretches, but like he's not afraid to fire a coach. He's not afraid to invest in players. Like he doesn't like giving up on things that, you know, or he believes in, but I mean, he does things that would try to change usually. Like he held on to Garrett for a long time, but
the entire process isn't broken.
Yes.
I think sometimes that's my biggest not sometimes, a lot of times my biggest frustration as a Cowboys fan is like, it's not like they've been terribly far off. You know, I saw Mark Schlereth say the other, and I like Stan because I'm a commentator and whatnot, so I'm not like trying to rail him, but he said something the other day about like, oh, Dallas is just Jacksonville with better PR. And it's like over the last, I went and looked at this when I saw him say that.
The records are really good.
Over the last 20 years, Dallas has like the 9th best record in the league. I'm not saying that's Super Bowl parade worthy, but like Jacksonville was like 30 out of 32 teams. Like it's the frustration part has been the 12-5, 12-4, 13-3 seasons when you feel like one, they had enough talent to get over the hump. And sometimes, too, that is like a, you know, I think that 13-3 team in 2016 was really good.
Yeah.
But I would have certainly liked to have a better head coach than Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he was a terrible head coach, but I would have liked somebody a little bit stronger on the X's and O's than he was. And there's been years where it's like, man, I mean, they just ripped off before last year 3 straight 12-5 seasons. They won 1 playoff game. And you can't help but think, like, if they did just a little bit more in free agency at this position and this position, like, you could have gotten yourself over the hump. I do think Jerry sometimes, you know, the Netflix documentary is called The Gambler. Like, he really isn't in recent years. And when I say recent, I don't mean 3 or 4. I mean the last, like, decade plus. He's not the type to go out and just fire every coach, and which I don't think is a bad thing. Like, I don't think you want to get into this process of, or the cycle of every 2 to 3 years, just fire the guy. Like, Jason Garrett didn't suck. Mike McCarthy didn't suck. But you've moved off of Mike McCarthy to hire Brian Schottenheimer.
Right.
And that's where it's like money shouldn't be an issue for Dallas. They should have
I don't think it's a money thing. I think he wanted something different than Mike, Mike is a guy that will take a good team and keep them good.
I agree, but I don't think Jerry wants to pay a guy not to coach. And Mike McCarthy probably should have been fired after that Green Bay loss. That was just ridiculous on so many levels.
Don't worry, Coach. That's the last game. They're sitting
nice.
there.
That's perfect.
They have a camera in the suite. You can hear his commentary on the game.
But then they kept him around for another year, and he was a dead man walking, and everybody knew it.
I think part of that, though, too, was his desire to show people that he's not as impulsive as you think.
Which I can respect, but he had been there 4 years. You won one playoff game. That Green Bay loss wasn't bad. That was
embarrassing.
Absolutely embarrassing. Green Bay made it look like Ohio State against Grambling next Saturday. It was pathetic. There was guys so open on the TV screen you couldn't see any Cowboys jerseys within 20 yards of some guys. And those are the things where it's I'm not against the idea that Schottenheimer could be good, but Dallas should probably have the highest paid coach in the league, and it should be probably the best coach in the league. I know it's not as simple as just saying, we're going to just go hire Andy Reid from Kansas City or something, but, I don't know, man. It's to fire Mike, or the hell, they didn't even fire Mike McCarthy. They just let his contract run out.
Exactly.
And then you hired the OC
there's
of
a
the
thought
failed
of,
coach.
Bringing in Belichick, and that's one of the things, they talk about him bringing in Parcells, and then he couldn't relinquish the control again, and that's why,
and the three coaches since they haven't been bad. Wade Phillips, Garrett, and McCarthy aren't bad coaches, but they're three guys that you're just if you have a 10-win team, you're probably going to win 10 games, and it's where's the guy that's going to get a 10-win team to 12 wins and 13 wins, and God forbid make an NFC Championship game for the first time since January of '96.
But at least we've gotten over that. By the way, Kenny Pickett traded by the Browns to the Rays for a 5th-round pick. And so
Insider
now...
Bob, you were all over that yesterday.
I told you I didn't think he was going to be there. They said they were carrying 4. I couldn't remember. I was like, where did I say that? What venue? And you guys assured me. I was like, I just, based upon what I had seen out of the 2 other quarterbacks, I was like, there's no... And Kenny hadn't played really at all. And if you can get a 5th-round pick back for him, go do it.
You talked to Brady, didn't you?
What?
You talked to Brady. That's how you knew.
I didn't talk to anybody.
He didn't play at all in the preseason, right? Because he still
practice
he was
much.
injured. He was injured. Yeah, he was injured.
He had the hamstring injury, which I know those are tough to come back from. But
yes, they are.
Can he play?
Can he play?
Can he play?
Can he hurt it any worse?
Bob?
Oh, you hear the sound. You know what it is. It's an Appetizer Tuesday. Featured appetizer Rooster is the cheesy bacon wedges. They're $3 all day long. They're tasty, delicious. Had some last night. And now you get a chance to win a $50 Roosters gift card. 821.
We'll give you a call at 14 or just one.
614-821-1460 is the number. Schleg's asked Thitoff about a defensive scheme question day, what he would run. What was the weakness of this? 614-821-1460 is the number. Answer correctly to Bodie. Win the $50 Roosters gift card. We got What's Got You Juiced coming up next.
Hugs from patients like Patrick. It's something QC Kinetics medical professionals experience every day.
I hugged them. You should hug somebody who does that for you. They gave me my life back, and I really didn't know where I was going to go because I was definitely afraid of having a knee replacement done.
No surgery, no downtime with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. They give patients relief from joint pain using their own healing properties to repair and restore damaged tissue. And the results? Well, that's why we see a lot of hugs at QC Kinetics.
Everything is back that I thought I was never going to be able to do again. I'm still smiling, and sometimes it gets emotional. I get a tear in my eye because of how I was before I went in there.
Those smiles and hugs never get old at QC Kinetics. It means patients are finally getting relief. And now, it's your turn. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate for these amazing treatments.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
When it comes to protecting your assets, you need a security partner. Event Risk Security Services is a U.S.-based veteran-owned company providing protection services, consulting to Fortune 500 companies, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality services and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give them a try. They're virtually the same cost, and they can address what keeps you up at night. Event Risk. Check them out at eventriskinc.com to learn more.
1 in 4 Americans today are living with a disability. I'm one of them. I care deeply about creating a world we can all fully participate in, free from stigma, misperceptions, and barriers. And we've got a trusted ally on our side, an organization we can rely on, Easter Seals. Rooted in communities nationwide, Easter Seals helps empower millions of people, regardless of age or disability, through its life-changing services and powerful advocacy. Today and every day, Easter Seals is leading the way to full equity, inclusion, and access to healthcare, employment, and education for people with disabilities, families, and communities. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Learn more and get involved at easterseals.com.
Through Travis Manion Foundation's Operation Legacy service projects, veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians across the country come together under the common cause to serve in honor of our nation's heroes. Service projects include city beautifications, planting memorial trees, volunteering at shelters, park cleanups, and more. Ask yourself, if not me, then who? And register for a project near you or as a virtual volunteer by visiting oplegacy.org.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
You got a winner, Bodie?
We do. Dave was all over it.
You knew that Schleg's asked Thitoff about what the weaknesses of cover 3 were.
Yeah.
Thitoff made up something about RPOs. He used some sort of buzzwords.
I liked it. You weren't completely.
Yeah.
It was like I don't know if you were right or wrong, but
the probably
you gotta get some more NCAA Madden.
That's what it is right there. Yes, that's what it is. Yeah.
When he said something about cover 3, I was thinking in my head like, okay, I know what that looks like on the video game. Maybe up the hash marks.
That's where I went.
Seams. There you go. Good
And now,
job.
I was thinking.
Bodie, that's good.
That's good.
Attack the seams.
I was going to say, I've seen instances where when you get the pulling guard, that also causes problems for cover 3. I was going to say that also.
I don't know if that is accurate, but
I'm not sure if it is either, but I would have said it. And if you get I do other things like
cover 3 is better against the run.
Okay,
but
the pulling guard there, but also if you've got a physical receiver that is also very adept at blocking and a pass catching tight end, that also could present problems for cover 3.
I guess, depending on how you deploy them. Personnel doesn't really, I mean, maybe somewhat. Okay.
That totally made up.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I play a 3-4, Bobby, with Lawrence Taylor on the outside. And if it's a short yard situation, I play a goal line defense. Other than that, I do a lot of blitzes.
We will blitz all night.
That's what we're going to do. If I'm playing Madden, that's what I'm doing. I'm blitzing a lot. Today, according to sources, it's a Tuesday. So let's hear from Schlegs and find out what's got him juiced.
Without you, the Big Ten is irrelevant.
Could be irrelevant or irrelevant. So either one, Schlegs, we're good.
You know, I'm just like a walking thesaurus.
Thesaurus.
I mean, at that point, he had quit calling, refuting when I'm like, Schlegs, you just heard it. I'll have Shark cut it and play it back to you immediately if you want to dispute the irrelevant.
He was close. He was on the right track. What's got me juiced today, guys? I'll actually tell you what does not have me juiced. Has been smelling these donuts for the last 2 hours, and they smell so good.
Smells like diabetes.
Yes, it does. I've tried to started yesterday, so only one day in. We'll see how today goes, but mix up the daily routine a little bit. Went straight to the gym after work yesterday instead
How's that treating you?
Laying down. It was rough at first because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm pretty tired. Was yesterday and am today, like most mornings. But once you kind of get there and get going, it feels good. And then once you're done, it's noon and you got the rest of the day to do whatever, which for me was still go home and nap. But then when I wake up from the nap, the rest of my evening. So it was pretty good. Walked in and the owner was there. He's like, I'm used to seeing you like 4 or 5 hours from now. Like, yeah, I tried to change it up. We'll see how it goes. So one day down, I feel pretty good today. I got some pretty good sleep last night. I was going to bang out another episode of The Gambler and his Dallas Cowboys, but it was like 9:15. I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm just going to go to bed. So we'll get that knocked out. My goal is to get it knocked out in the next 2 days here. That way, when Thursday night rolls around, I know there's not any like great college football games that night, but we got some Big Ten action in there and whatnot. Wisconsin, Nebraska. I think Boise State plays Thursday night. Does that sound right? Thursday or Friday night this week?
Sure, Burgundy.
Yeah. And upcoming opponent here. We'll play. They'll
Not
be
this
in
week,
South
next
Bend.
week, right?
Boise State?
Is Boise State playing Thursday this week?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Boise plays South Florida 6:30 Thursday night.
6:30 too.
Alex
That's great.
Golish, Dublin. Well,
that game will be over.
Graduate of Kaufman, Russian native.
9:30.
But there'll be no. There's no NFL.
He is a Russian
this
native.
week.
Correct.
Right,
Yeah. Cowboys Eagles open it up
Following
next
week,
Thursday night. Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
The excitement is just brewing. All that'll, frankly, the football season for me, it all rides on Sunday night's one game, one life. I don't know if my confidence is growing or falling by the hour, by the minute, by the day as we inch our way closer to and down to Coral Gables. But nevertheless, we'll see what happens. Carpet's got you juice today.
One game, one life. You got a star in your helmet. Go play like one. Finishing up the America's team, the Gambler and his Cowboys, was good. I almost voted. I didn't want it to end. Sitting there watching it.
Oh, Bob, good news. Next Thursday night. You'll get to see Micah Parsons and probably not in uniform.
Laying on the training table. If you want to talk about someone you feel bad for, Brian Schottenheimer, hey, here's the job. Your best player, he's not going to be around.
Yeah. He's talked so much this offseason about like changing the culture, everybody being on board, da-da-da. It's like, you know who else would be awesome if he was on board? The owner and general manager.
Owner/general manager.
Owner/general manager.
And implies it might be two people.
Right. Jara and Jerry.
Yeah. But there is some emotion to it. Gosh, you're going to love that thing. It was really good to see the ending. Excited with that. Also, all the Portnoy drama. We didn't even get into that today. Which I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. I saw Portnoy being banned.
Yeah. And I mean, listen, you can decide who you want in the stadium and who you don't. And I mean, there's lines you start to cross. It's like, dude, you're going to act like a jerk. And here's the thing. And then they're going to, it's fine if you do that.
Right.
And you can do whatever you want to do and monetize your life. You want to put your feet out there and go make $1 million a week selling your feet or selling other body parts online.
I
Good
didn't
for
get
you.
$1 million for mine.
God bless America. All right. But if you
if
you choose to act a certain way, there are repercussions for that. And you may be limited with things you can do. And by Fox choosing to bring in a guy who is a glorified troll and a highly paid dude, like I said, there's things that Portnoy does that I enjoy. Not a lot of them, but there's things out there, but they thought this was going to be their answer to McAfee.
I don't get that. I'll admit McAfee isn't always my cup of tea, but he's not a troller. Sometimes the energy is a little too much. Portnoy is just going to go on there and not talk about the game.
What does he know about football?
It's just going to be playing grab ass and trying to screw Ohio State fans. And you have a show that's Urban, Brady,
Ohio State's your main entity.
Ingram, right?
Yes, Mark Ingram. That's not, their show isn't really, when I think of those guys, I don't get the vibe of that.
Ohio State is your main entity.
Yes.
You're here more than any other time.
Yeah.
It's literally become a
It's the reason, yes.
the state has tried to ban noon games because Fox plays the Buckeyes
and you choose
much.
to bring that guy in.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Is it at all petty for Ohio State to say that?
I don't. Listen, with some of the things that he's done.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
We're just not going to give you a credential. We're not going to let you in.
I'm not saying I disagree with. I'm just wondering, is it the perception, though? Does it come across as Ohio State looks
I don't think they
petty
care.
for
I don't
doing
think
that?
they care anymore. When you win the national championship, you do what you want. You chose to go down this path, Fox, and we've tried to be friends with you and do all this, and you're jamming everything you can in at noon, which is already as bad as you can. Then you hire this guy.
It's probably a little petty, but I don't blame them.
Nope.
I think most reasonable people are
love Tom.
Yeah, good for them.
There's not many things Ohio
Bob and
State.
Tom.
Not that, but Tom Petty.
There's not many things that Ohio State can do to kind of jab back at Fox for the noon games. The contract's contract.
You want to finish inside the stadium?
Right. That's
no dice.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
so I appreciate
partnership is a two-way street.
Yes.
You want us to be good partners, let you come down there and finish and do all this stuff. And by the way, they're doing the South Stand stuff next year, so they could say, hey, they're not letting media down on the field before the game because it's getting crowded and everything like that, unless you're just a photographer. So I get all that, and so they could just lean into that. But that's the reality. You want us to be a good partner, be a good partner back.
And at least when McAfee shows up, and like I said, McAfee, he's not always my cup of tea, but when he goes somewhere, you would almost question whether or not that team is his favorite team, which I'm cool with. If you're going to go,
he's a salesman.
Yes, if you're going to go to Columbus and Eugene and etc. And like do the crowd chants that they do like in the stadium with the fans that are there watching game day, I'm all for that because that to me is just then having fun with the fans.
Yeah.
Everybody knows he's a West Virginia guy,
right?
So it's like that to me is cool. But to bring on a guy that's basically just going to antagonize people and try to be the what's the word
he's
for it?
being Mark May.
Yes, just be like I said,
No,
the
you said
antagonizer.
he's the antagonist.
Like
He's
just,
the antagonist.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Taylor Swift had a song about it, the anti-hero. You know? I mean, that's what he is. I mean, he's the antagonist, and so whatever. That's got me juiced. The positive news yesterday, I got to watch my daughter warm up. The other team was so late, but I had 3 banger sports. My daughter had tennis. Cullen, my sixth grader, had a game, and then Kayla, we had practice, Jeff, after that. So from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock, Bodie, I was transitioning from kids' sports, running around. And I told my wife, I was like, I'm exhausted. I got back in the house. The kids were arguing. I'm like, no talking. We're just talking. No, you're arguing about nonsense. She's like, why? I'm like, because she goes, I went to all this stuff. I'm like, you watched it. I had to coach other people's kids, which that expends my patience. I only have so much in the jar. I'm like Mike Brown with a patience pie. Once you cut out a slice, that's less pie for everybody else to have of Bob's patience. And so by the time I got to the 9-year-olds at the end of the night, it's like, guys, if you don't do
He was put up no crap. It was
done. There was no tomfoolery. We're done with it.
Yeah.
We're done with it. Okay? But I had me juice. We got all that done. I was dreading it. We got that done. Feeling good. Now we're running downhill for the rest of the week. You get Monday done. It's in the bag. And we had the Roosters show came back yesterday.
I saw
with Austin
that.
People
Burn.
were fired up about that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great, and it's a lot of fun. Nicole was awesome in there. They're juiced up. Thitoff, got like 2 minutes. Sorry, what's got you juiced?
I got less than that. But that's okay. I don't mind. Listen, I would tell you this, Bodie, that John Cena, our head coach for the football team, couldn't be there because he wasn't feeling well. So he asked Bobby and I to run it. And then Bobby, because he had his son's football game, came in a little bit later. I had to run the first 20 minutes of practice, right? 15, 20 minutes.
Get a whistle.
You have no idea how much I'm not respected by 9-year-olds. It was okay, but I'm just saying, like,
Just
Bobby
get
came,
on the line, Tito. We may not be the X's and O's, but we'll be the most well-conditioned team out
Bobby
there.
showed up, and he commanded the team in a much better way than I was doing before he got there. And my son said, I think Coach Carpenter said something offensive to me. He said, is this offensive? And I said, what did he say? He said, he told me I was kind of skinny. I said, Artie, that's not offensive. Just stop being
2025.
Well, because they were having small pockets on their handoff.
Yeah.
I said, Artie, get your pocket big, because that's why you're so skinny, because you don't
Right.
take big enough bites.
Right, yeah,
So
that's what
they
he
get a
said.
big pocket like
And Artie's like,
Pac-Man to get that handoff.
Dad, was that offensive? I said, no, it's not offensive, Artie. You know, man up, Buttercup. He said that.
Baseline.
Right, yeah, that's
That
right. Go. Again. But it was a lot of fun last night getting the kids out there and getting ready for flag football season for them. But thank you to all of our juicers. Thank you to Schlegs. Bobby, thank you. Bodie, thank you. Tomorrow is a Wednesday. We'll have Austin Ward on. Folks, it's game week. This is Morning Juice.
It's been a real journey since 2014 when I first had my injury. I realized that my home was just not working for me and that it was time to ask for help. Homes to Our Troops is really giving me my life back. The shower allows me to go in and turn around with my chair, pull down storage racks, automated door systems, hours of my morning given back to me. Adaptive sports are a huge part of my life, a huge part of my healing journey as well. Homes for Our Troops helped with making sure that I had a home gym so that I can continue to train. This past year, I was able to host Thanksgiving in my home. And it was the first time I was able to have my whole family in one place and I was able to contribute to the meal. There are a lot more veterans in need, and Homes for Our Troops is going to be there to help them too.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.